talk about the Lakers. All right.
I'm tired of talking about the Lakers, but all right.
It's about Jeanie Buzz. This isn't about you. No, just fine. Nah, so when she listed so she was on All the Smoke, great podcast. Shout out to Jack and Matt. So they asked her what was the most important Lakers of all time. And she said Kobe, Kareem, LeBron, Magic, and Phil Jackson. So obviously you're leaving some important. You got Shaq, you got Jerry West, who's the logo, right? So there's a lot of Lakers who've been there. You even have Wilt Chamberlain who went there, was there for a little bit. So what is your thoughts on this, D?
I think from their perspective, when they don't put Shaq on this list, it's more of like, well, he's kind of like a 3-year rental. But I'm like, if that's the case, then I mean, you can look at
4 or 5 years was he there? I think he was there longer.
However long he was there, he wasn't a lifetime. He didn't start off as a Laker, and I feel like the only one that really started off as a Laker was Kobe and Magic. Like LeBron's a trade to the Lakers, Kareem's a trade to the Lakers. She forgot about Worthy, Wilkes, Baylor, West that you mentioned.
Those were all lifers.
Wilt Chamberlain, there's a lot of guys that were on the Lakers that had been with that whole. But she's not her father, so he probably would. This list would probably be totally different if it was him. So I don't mind it. It's her perspective, her opinion. So
right. What about you, Drew?
You got Phil there instead of Shaq, and then I found out they were going together. Come on, bro. Come on. I just can't stomach it. It's like, what?
Now that I'm looking at the most important.
Listen, you put your ex-boyfriend instead of your one of the most unstoppable players in your field that helped you.
The only three-peat the Lakers have is that.
But you put your ex-boyfriend in his spot. Come on, bro.
Yeah. He's the most important Laker, dog. Oh man, he was unstoppable for 17 years.
Unstoppable for 17 years.
Yeah, let me try to clean that up, because sometimes this show gets a little trashy. It does sometimes. I respect Phil Jackson as one of the best basketball minds ever. Let me say that. One of the best coaches to coach a game ever.
Hey, Drew, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Because you're about to get into Phil Jackson. Just remember that he won, what was it? 9 titles in 11 years, or in 12 years at a certain point.
Only other person messing with him like that was Auerbach. Yeah. I know exactly what I'm saying. He's one of the best coaches ever. One of the 2 best coaches ever. Okay? Mm-hmm. But if we're talking about that organization and just putting him there in that spot for this role, I
can see it more being with Chicago.
I would have less of a problem if LeBron wasn't there. LeBron, he got one, cool. But you put LeBron there and didn't put Shaq there.
Here's my
ex-boyfriend there, who happened to be one of the greatest coaches. You
did
that? Those 2 things.
This is LeBron's 3rd year. This is LeBron's 3rd year, right? With the Lakers?
Yeah. 3rd year.
So they didn't make so someone who's only been here finished 2 seasons, you put in the top 5 as the most important. But you don't put Shaq, who won you 3 championships. And you don't put Worthy there either, which I kind of have a problem with. Not having, or not Worthy, having Jerry West or Wilt. Well, Wilt was kind of came Jerry West or what's his name? Who you named D?
Wilkes, Worthy.
No.
Chamberlain.
No. Damn. He just passed away.
Elgin Baylor?
Yeah, him or Elgin Baylor. I would take probably I mean, they all three won't change, but you gotta have Shaq in there. You have to have Shaq in there. And then you can decide on that fifth one. But I don't think LeBron or Phil Jackson should be in there. They haven't been there long enough.
I'm not mad at
dude. Shaq was there for 5 years. Shaq was there for 5 years.
Huh?
Shaq was there for 5 years and won 3 championships.
I get that. The problem is me saying let's pull Phil out of there sounds like I'm being a hater and like diminishing his accomplishments, which are astronomical. No, I'm not doing that. But at the same time, you should just kept it to players. If you wanted like GM and coaches, like, okay, but I mean, this list is it's just clickbait. This list is clickbait.
It says most important Lakers.
It's clickbait.
Like those are players on the floor making these plays. Yes, he's designing the plays, but if they're not making shots or doing that, then he doesn't anything, right? If this was a Chicago Bulls type of top 5, I would put Phil Jackson in there. But it's more of the system that helps. What?
You said if it was the Chicago Bulls top 5, you would put Phil in there.
Yes.
But you wouldn't for the Lakers.
The Lakers' history is too long in prestige, and there's too many people that would miss out, meaning players. Compared to, let's say you're talking about the Bulls, you got Scottie Pippen, Jordan, Dennis Rodman.
Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Pat Riley and Phil Jackson have the same amount of Laker championships, correct?
Yeah.
5, right?
Yeah, but
so you could put 5 there, but Pat Riley was probably not a nice guy. That's probably why he's out. You know, he seems like he's a bit of a pill. You know, considering like how LeBron left.
Phil Jackson's the only one who helped. You know, as a head coach, 3-peated for the Lakers.
But yeah, but I can see Pat Riley. I can see Pat Riley, if you're going to include GMs on this list, more than I would see Phil Jackson, strictly because his tenure with Chicago was more important than his tenure with the Lakers. That's just my personal belief from the outside looking in. It just makes more sense to put Pat Riley because he was a part of the Showtime Lakers when the NBA was dying, and he was winning all those championships, along with, the Celtics, helping that whole rivalry thing go on.
Let me ask you, would you put Jerry West here in a way of
dog.
Not fully being a no, listen. Stop shaking. Because he's the one who helped finalize bringing Shaq and Kobe. So it's more of a GM, player, and basketball operations type of thing. Let's be honest. He's probably one of the best general managers of all time when it comes to
that. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Not just player, but what he's done for the whole league. Like, think about when he went to Golden State. What did he do? He got them.
That's not Lakers, though.
I know. I'm just saying. Well, he was there as the general manager when they 3-peated. He's the one who able to talk to Shaq to bring Shaq to LA. He's the one who kind of positioned and get rid of Vlade Divac, send him to get young Kobe, like a rookie Kobe, right? So
I think
in those terms,
the high power of words situation. And this list, if you wanted to put a head coach who never suited up as a Laker, you should have put most important people to the Lakers organization. That's all. That even sounds psychologically. That sounds different than most important Lakers. No.
Yeah.
When I hear Lakers, I just think the players. But if you want to talk about most important people to the organization, you can open that thing up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. And then
definitely not her brother, though.
Coaches and GMs,
I mean, like, if we're talking about most Lakers, I'm with you. Go with the players. I wouldn't put LeBron there yet because he hasn't been there long enough. To be on that. There's not.
He'll get a 3-peat.
No, I mean, if he wins another title, I mean, you could put him there, but like,
no, not just.
You gotta have Shaq there. You have to have Shaq there. You gotta have, someone else. I mean, Phil Jackson has 5 titles with the Lakers, right? So, I mean, but at the end, it should be players, not coaches or personnel. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
But D, I don't know if you.
All right, y'all. That's been another fantastic, great episode. It's your Saturday morning traffic. It's your boy D. I'm here with my dog T, my dog Drew, and that's another episode in the bag, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, dislike, do all that other stuff. Leave some crazy stuff in the comments. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty wild episode. So we gave y'all a lot to, spread your mind and, implicate your thoughts on. But make sure y'all turn on that notification bell too. Don't forget that. We need that ring ding dong, ring a ding 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 dong. But yeah, man, we got a logo now. I got a mic. Tony got a mic. Drew finna get a mic. So yeah, we moving up in the world, man.
Like an elevator.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Don't worry, I'll cut that out, bro.
No, you can keep it. You can keep it. And like a chicken sandwich, man, it's a wrap. Y'all stay tuned for the next episode, man. Y'all be safe. Love, peace, and chicken grease.